Emmett Till's story begins in Money, Mississippi, a small town of a few hundred people or so. He was there only visiting relatives that resided in the town. August 24th, 1955, and the few days following were events that further awakened the emerging civil rights movement. So who was Emmett Till?
Emmett Till and a group of teenagers entered Bryant's grocery and meat market to buy refreshments after a long day picking cotton in the hot afternoon sun. What exactly transpired inside the grocery store that afternoon will never be known. Till purchased bubblegum, and some of the kids with him would later report that he either whistled at, flirted with, or touched the hand of the store's white female clerk and wife of the owner, Caroline Bryant.
Immediately following the event, Carolyn was worried about how her husband would react to the news, so she did not report it. However, after hearing the town gossip, she decided to sit Roy down and tell him what happened.
Well, whenever the incident occurred, I was actually in Texas, about 800 miles away from Money, Mississippi, my hometown. And when I got back 2 days later, my wife sat me down and told me that a boy from Chicago, colored skin, had walked into her store and assaulted her and made sexual references toward her.
After hearing the news, Roy went to find his brother and plan their revenge.
And I got very upset. So then I stormed out, went to go talk to my brother JW. And we decided we needed to take an eye for an eye.
4 days later, at approximately 2:30 in the morning on August 28, 1955, Roy Bryant, Carolyn's husband, and his half-brother J.W. Millam kidnapped Till from Moses Wright's home.
He's my brother. Gotta stand up for him. You can't just treat our woman down here like some piece of garbage trash.
They then beat the teenager brutally, dragged him to the bank of the Tallahatchie River, shot him in the head, tied him with barbed wire to a large metal fan, and shoved his mutilated body into the water.
Well, I just wanted to make an example of this young boy. He thought he can come down from Chicago, the city slicker, come down here and make my wife look like a tramp. Basically, he's in front of all his friends, making fun of her, telling her that she's been with a white girl before. I didn't like that one bit. It's disrespectful. No, man.
We didn't kill him.
Mother Nature did. You read in the newspaper yesterday, he was, the autopsy came out that he drowned. That was the cause of his death, not the facial beatings. Oh, man.
Till's face was mutilated beyond recognition, and Wright only managed to positively identify him by the ring on his finger engraved with his father's initials, LT. Till's body was shipped to Chicago, where his mother opted to have an open casket funeral with Till's body on display for 5 days.
Jet magazine and the Chicago Defender published graphic images of Till's corpse. It had become a source of outrage and indignation throughout much of the country.
I don't give a damn. I don't care what he looks like. He deserved every bit of it.
Despite the overwhelming evidence of the defendant's guilt and widespread pleas for justice from outside of Mississippi, on September 23rd, the panel of white male jurors acquitted Bryant and Millam of all charges.
You're goddamn right it's a racial thing. A white boy from Mississippi wouldn't have had the disrespect to treat my wife like that.
Emmett Till's murder sparked the civil rights movement, with the focus being racial justice. This led to the Montgomery bus boycott with Rosa Parks.
Bryant and Millam told the whole story of how they kidnapped and killed Emmett Till to Look magazine for $4,000.
A Negro came into the store and
I'm not gonna answer that question actually.
JW Webb, he is straight. Let's get it. Or right. Definitely right.
No outlet. I feel like your car is like falling apart.
You're right there. Right there. Oh yeah.
He's like...
You could have swam.
We just simply threw him in there.
Get in the car, get in the car.